Did you know I don't just make the tutorials, I also help other people make them too. And that's what today's video is all about. Drex here from DrexFactor.com, working to bring the love of poi spinning and flow arts into your world. And today I am picking back up my regular tutorial challenge and reviewing the tutorials that I have been sent in the month of March and giving you a tutorial challenge for the month of April. Before we dive in, I just want to give a quick shout out to the friends of the channel. Big thanks to Dark Monk, Flow Toys, Paraterror Light Toys, LMF Props, Spinballs, and Ultrapoi for helping to make the videos on this channel possible. You can learn more about all these awesome companies and the work that they're doing to support flow artists like yourself by checking out the links that I've got down in the description of this video. So a little bit of background, because I happen to know, based upon the way my analytics have been going the past few weeks, that there are quite a few of you out there for whom this is something that is brand new. So every month I issue what I call my tutorial challenge. That is, I basically ask those of you out there that are watching my channel and would like to get into making tutorials yourselves to make tutorials on a given topic. I review the tutorials that people have sent me over the course of the past month, both to show what they're doing well as some places that they could do better. Basically, it's a great way for me to be able to teach other people how to teach, as well as, allowing people to be able to build their own audiences too. So the tutorial challenge for March was for tuck turns, and yes, I did just do a tutorial on that, and I made sure that I didn't watch any of these before doing that one. So our first entry this month is from Brian Duchamp, who, if I'm not mistaken, this is actually the first time that he's put together a tutorial for this challenge. So let's see how he did. Cool. Nifty title there. I like that you're demonstrating how to do the trick. That's very helpful. Okay, so you're literally coming at this under the assumption that somebody is literally starting from scratch. So you're showing not only how to hold the poi, but also how to execute basic reel turns here, which definitely this works as a one-stop shop kind of solution here. It's an interesting technique using the fingers. Cool. I like that you're taking it as a stall and then showing people how to turn it more into something like a flower petal, yeah? Oh, that's interesting. Using the fingers again. I would have really liked if there had been a close-up of what the fingers are doing there, just because, I'm watching this on a tablet and everything, and having that kind of detail would be really handy there. Cool. Building it up piece by piece here. This is definitely good pedagogy. Cool. Doing a superset. I know a couple other people that teach that way.
Hi, my name is Brian, and this tutorial on and then shoulder reels and hip reels, and then we put it together into Chase the Sun.
Oh Lord, so it's basically two tutorials. You're doing it both with the overlays and slow-mo, and you're narrating your way through it too. So I get why you're doing it both ways. The only thing is that when they're kind of segregated like this, a person watching this is going to think that they already watched the full tutorial, and they might not stick around for the spoken part of it.
And so you can do what's called a superset. So you do a 4 count on both sides, doing this transition here and from here to here, and then 3-3, 2-2, 1-1, and then just start doing these spins here.
That is a good description of a superset. I very frequently teach people using supersets, and I don't tell them what they are. And I could definitely bear in mind that that is not something that everybody knows off the top of their head. I've definitely never taught with this method of using the fingers as a guide, but I like the idea behind it.
So you're going to have a beat here, a hip reel, a beat here, across the top.
That's interesting, thinking about wall playing as having a front side and a back side.
Beat.
I might just put that one in my back pocket. That's an interesting way of presenting it.
And so now you can go ahead and start doing beats here, into a hip reel, extra beats here, into a shoulder reel, extra beats, hips.
Cool. I like that you're having people stop to take several beats in between each of the tucks. That's really good.
With that said, I'm going to get to editing. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Drex, for making an awesome channel and awesome resources for people.
You're welcome.
Enjoy your quarantine. And, yeah. From now until next time, have a good everything.
All right then. Hey Ryan, thank you so much for sending in that tutorial. So first up, let me tell you what I think was really awesome about it. Your pedagogy, the way that you made people move step by step through various pieces of the move to finally put together the whole thing was dead on. In addition, there's definitely something to be said for tutorials that basically treat somebody coming in as though like they're starting more or less from scratch. So you're giving them literally every single piece of information that they're gonna need to get into this and everything. And I think that that's also a really good call. I will say though that doing the portion of the tutorial where it is kind of the overlays and the footage and everything and then the narration feels really disjointed to your audience. It feels like we already watched the tutorial and then you launch into the tutorial again. You can do the overlays, you can do the narration, either pick one or the other, or integrate them together. Like say, you know, talk about a given piece of this and show it with the overlays and then talk your way through it. Think of it as being like telling a story that there's a beginning, middle, and end, and that you only want people to have to visit each part of it once. But overall, super solid effort. I really loved watching that, and I would love to see you submit one this coming month as well. All right, so our next entry for this month comes from Jeremiah Collins, who I also owe a little bit of an apology to because Jeremiah sent in a tutorial for February and it got lost in my spam folder, and so it was not reviewed in that month. So I will leave a link to his tutorial in the 3-beat weave down below and say that you should check it out. Let's just check out his tuck turns tutorial, shall we? Cool, starting with the demo. Oh, and I love the title card. Swinging around the text was fantastic.
The special thing about tuck turns is that it's the first time that it made me incorporate my full body.
Interesting.
The poi are behind my back at 6 o'clock. When I snap on my hips, the poi are at 5
Okay.
o'clock.
Small suggestion, start with the explanation of what it is and then show it rather than showing it and giving the explanation, because I was very lost as to what was going on with those finger snaps there. Also, if I can just say so, your video looks really, really beautiful. I don't know if you're like shooting this on a DSLR or what, but like the colors are very vivid, it's very sharp. Nicely done.
And that's the key, is the timing in between the channel, except for when it passes behind.
Nice. I really, really, really like that you're incorporating this view that's like kind of head on and everything to show people how changing the planes actually works.
Poi in. It's my ducktail. Okay. My back of my hands are facing
Both you and Ryan really love doing this demonstration with your fingers.
flexing.
Maybe I need to get on this train.
This is when I discovered that there was two
That was an interesting edit.
when going behind my back. That there's an upper quadrant
Mm-hmm.
and there's a lower quadrant.
Yes.
And that is achieved not just by lowering my wrist.
Yeah, this is the big thing that most beginners miss when they're learning tuck turns, is they have to shift the orientation of their hand to their elbow in order to make it work.
And if you're going up in the middle, my palms come up and they come down. One.
The fireworks animation is quite lovely.
The bottom quadrant, you go up to the upper quadrant.
I like that as a visualization tool.
2, front, palm down, palm up. When my poi come down to 6, I'm going to turn a 180.
Cool. Giving people another challenge. I like it.
So Drex, thank you for giving me this challenge.
Sure thing.
A lot of hard work.
Awesome. So let's talk about the really good parts first. Number one, your video quality is absolutely gorgeous. Again, I have no idea what camera you're using there, but like everything is super crisp. The colors really pop. In addition, your editing is really snappy. You've definitely kind of taken a lot of lessons in terms of how to keep an audience's interest by keeping the camera shifting and making sure that you're like editing at the end of sentences and everything. The one and only big piece of feedback that I would give you based upon that video is working on your pedagogy. There were a couple times I noticed when you would demonstrate something without really talking about what it was meant to show first, and that gets kind of confusing for the audience, for your students and everything. So make sure that before you show something off, you're explaining to your students what they're going to be getting out of it, yeah? Yeah, overall, that was super solid. I definitely want to see more from you in the future, so keep up the great work. And our final entry for the month comes from Tutorial Challenge regular Kimmy Cherry. Let's check it out.
There, I'm Camp Boy Girl 713 for Kimmy Cherry. Today we're going to be teaching how to do talk tracks as part of the Drex Factor.
Cool. Starting off with the demo, always solid. Announcing your pedagogy from the top. Excellent.
Tucking on your back and throwing it out to spin forward.
Cool. I really like that in the overlay you specified something that I don't know whether you forgot to say it out loud or didn't think to or what have you, but it's good that it's reinforcing that knowledge.
And this is considered a body tracer as well.
It is indeed.
If you need to, practice back and forth.
That's cool. Actually, this is something I always forget to do in my own tutorials, is showing people going back and forth, that top part.
Over and over again. You might hit yourself a few times. That's all good practice.
Yes, it is.
And these are pedals you're making behind your back with the poi.
Yes.
Just as like you
Very
would
true.
with another flower trick. They're very easy to make more complicated than necessary.
Ah,
Good luck.
okay.
Take the next few moments of footage to practice with me.
Cool. Digging the demo at the end. Cool. I love that exit screen. So Kimmy, thank you so much for participating in this challenge again. It has really been a delight watching your videos evolve over the course of the past few months. I really love all of the fun information that you're throwing in with your overlays and everything. I also appreciate that you have really found a good balance between demonstrating and talking about the tricks as well as showing them in slow-mo and everything. In addition, you know, the way that you're handling your pedagogy is really good. You're kind of announcing from the start exactly what the video is going to be and the steps that you're going to take people through and everything. And that's really helpful for setting expectations and helping people kind of navigate their way through something that might be quite difficult for them. My one and only quibble, and I'm literally just throwing this at you because I've seen you do so much good work and everything, I kind of miss the intros where it's just like a big shot of your face talking to the camera and everything. Not that I don't want the full body shots, but for your intros, when you're introducing yourself and everything, when you're saying, hi, this is Kimmy Cherry, Camp Poi Girl and everything, having a close-up there would be good, yeah? Cool, so thank you one and all for participating in this challenge. Also, you can find links to each and every one of these tutorials down in the description if you'd like to check out this work for yourself. And now it's time for me to issue my challenge for April to all of you, and that is behind the back waist straps. And I will give you just a little bit of footage here so you can see exactly what I mean. Go ahead and shoot a tutorial for behind the back waist straps and send it to my email address at drexfactor.com. And this is important, and I'm just adding this now. Add in the subject line April tutorial challenge so that it is really easy for me to find when I sit down to do this video, right? Your deadline for this, because I am late, I'm giving you more time to do it, is going to be April 30th. So get on shooting these. I know that plenty of you out there have time on your hands, and this would be a great skill to add to your repertoire and everything. Also, longtime viewers may have noticed that I am recording this tutorial challenge video in my studio rather than with my ring light in front of my prop wall and everything. Do you prefer me like up in your face with the ring light, or do you prefer me in my normal studio? I'd love to hear. Write down in the comments either studio or ring light and let me know, yeah? If you dug this video and you'd like to see more like it in the future, pretty please like, share, subscribe, and of course ring that bell to make sure that you get to see exactly when I upload a new video. And before I set you all loose, I just want to put out a huge thank you to my wonderful supporters on Patreon. They make this video and all the videos on this channel possible. If you would like to sign up to become a supporter on Patreon, please head on over to patreon.com/DrexFactorPoi. You get early access to all of my content as well as a say in what topics I pursue in the future. So again, it's patreon.com/DrexFactorPoi. Please and thank you. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will be back tomorrow with another video in my series on learning poi during the COVID-19 crisis. More quarantine content for you, so tune in.